Hey folks, welcome back to Ken Michaels Radio. We have a really special show this time. If you followed my career in radio, and I know a lot of you know me more for the podcast shows that I do, I started a radio program on the Beatles in March of 1982, and I've been at it ever since then. The show, which is currently in syndication on over 50 radio stations, every little thing, ever since the very beginning, from 1982 on, and every single show, there has been Beatles trivia. These are all either flat out trivia questions or games that I've invented, all of which have titles of Beatle or solo Beatles songs or albums. And even in the syndicated show, radio stations are sent as a bonus feature Beatles trivia that they can place in their spot breaks. And I continue with Beatles trivia on my website, where every single week there's a trivia question or a Beatle game, and you can win one of 10 prizes. That's at kenmichaelsradio.com. So I thought it might be great to take samples of what I've been doing the last 40 plus years and put that into a show right here on my channel. And who better to ask than amongst the best Beatle brains out there, the panel that I have for from the show, Talk More Talk, a Solo-Beatles videocast. Let's bring them on right now. First of all, the queen of all Beatles social media. And she is the author of the book, Songs We Were Singing, Guided Tours to the Beatles' Lesser Known Tracks, Michael Jackson FAQ, All That's Left to Know About the King of Pop. Also, Fandom in the Beatles, which she worked on with our colleague Ken Womack. And she's also the co-host of a brand new Beatles podcast called Toppermost of the Poppermost. Poppermost, I can say that. That's with Ed Chen and Martin Klibble. And she also does all kinds of seminars online on pop music, soul music, Carole King, just recently Sly and the Family Stone, the one and only Kid O'Toole.
Hello, Ken, Joe, Tom. This is going to be an interesting experience.
For sure.
My brain together here.
Mm-hmm. Also, we have one half of the team of Two Legs, along with Andy Nichols, a Paul McCartney podcast. Always great to have him aboard on Talk More Talk. And that's Tom Hunyadi.
Ken, you know, I do a Paul show, but right now I got a Billy Joel song going through my mind. Can you figure out which one it is? Early 80s.
See, now
Pressure.
You're giving me a trivia question.
Yeah.
You may be
Pressure.
Right.
No,
Only
pressure,
the good die young.
Pressure.
70s.
Pressure.
Oh, pressure. Okay.
Pressure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll do well on
I
the
hope
show.
so. Kit, Joe,
And-
it's always good to see you.
And just like your T-shirt, you're always out there, Tom.
Yes,
Joe
sir.
Mayo is with us from the YouTube channel Mean Mr. Mayo, where he does all kinds of features on the Beatles and anything in entertainment and pop culture. And it's always great to have him aboard. Joe Mayo.
Okay, thanks, Ken. I really appreciate it. And folks, I'm telling you, this is not an excuse. I'm operating with practically no sleep. I can't even think today. What's my name again? Joe Watt. Oh, okay. But I'm going to give it my best shot today.
But you'll still know your Beatles
Yeah.
because
hope so.
it's locked away in there.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
Mhm.
Just got to be able
All
to
right.
get it quick.
Yep.
Before we start, let me explain to everybody watching this that this is, in every sense of the word, a low budget show, a no frills show. There's no audio collages, no videos to show. We don't even have buzzers or bells for each of
No
our
laugh-
contestants.
No laugh track either?
No, I'm working on that.
Okay.
I'm working on it. Yeah, so our contestants here will have to raise their hands when they know the answers to the trivia that I'm about to present. So here are the rules, and there's not a lot to remember, but it's pretty simple. The show is made up of 9 Beatles trivia questions or games. In Beatle tradition, it has to be 9. The games usually have the title of a Beatle or solo Beatles song or album. The first 3 questions or games are worth 1 point each. The next 3, 4 through 6, are worth 2 points each. The 7th question or game is worth 3 points. The 8th one is worth 4 points, and the final one is worth 5 points. You cannot lose points at all if you get a question or a game wrong, except where the 8th question or a game is concerned. Allow me to explain. If you get the 7th question or game correct, you'll win 3 points. And you have the option of automatically being the first person to go for the 8th question or game. If you choose to do that, you have to pick one of 3 Beatle games. One of them, it's your choice. And if you get it wrong, you will lose 4 points. And your opponents can also go for it. Or you can just opt out of it and be treated like everybody else. But if you want to automatically be in to answer it first, then you risk possibly losing 4 points. The last game, most of the time here, when we do this, and hopefully I'll be doing this semi-frequently, is called Standing Still, which is really a last man standing kind of situation, which I'll explain when we get to it. Do not raise your hand until I finish reading the question. Everyone will have roughly 10 seconds to answer a question.
Oh,
Now, this is important. If a question or game has 2 answers, I will tell you after you've given both whether you're correct, not one at a time. Okay? So if I had a pair of true and false questions, only after you give me both answers will I say whether you're right for both. If there's a tie at the end, I'll throw on another trivia question. And the person who wins gets bragging rights and will return on the next show to be challenged.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
with other Beatle experts. Okay. Are you all ready to rack your brains?
let's get it over with.
Sure.
Let's get it over.
No, not really. Not really.
It won't be that painful, I promise you.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, by the way.
By the way, I knew there had to be a by the way in there somewhere. All right, what's by the way?
Yes.
Since you're raising your hands, if 2 of you raise your hands at the same time, or 3 of you, it's tough for me to tell who raised it first. If that does happen, you can write down your answers, and you all have a piece of paper where you can do that, and you can all score to be fair. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start for 1 point with a Beatle one-liner. In a one-liner, I give you the line of a Beatle or solo Beatle song. You got to tell me what that is. All right. Oh, one more thing. I'm thinking of this as I go. When
And
it
you have
comes
to
to
wait till you finish the whole thing, right? You can't do it in the middle. You hear the first 2 words, you can't go like this, right?
no, you can't. Wait till I'm done.
Okay.
But when I say Beatles and solo, it includes Wings, it includes the Fireman, it includes the Traveling Wilburys.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. This Beatle one-liner, tell me what Beatles song or solo Beatles song contains these lyrics. We will never be apart if I'm part of you. Joe.
Tell me what you see.
Very good. Okay. I am the official scorer here.
Good.
So Joe has 1 point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're real tired, buddy. You're real tired.
Yeah. Jeez.
Jumping ahead.
It shows you how much those songs are etched into my brain.
Damn.
Yeah. See, right out of the gate, Joe.
Yep.
Now for 1 point, a trivia question. This should be simple for all of you. What was the B-side of the single, Give Me Love, Give Me Peace on Earth? Tom.
Miss Odell.
There you go. Very good, Tom. Tom and Joe are tied with 1 point apiece. And then also, for 1 point, what solo Beatles single released in 1969 had 2 Beatles playing on it? Tom.
Instant Karma.
That was 1970.
Oh, no.
Okay, so now, Joe, Kit, you have a chance.
Ask it one more
Ask
time.
it again.
Solo?
Yeah.
Solo Beatles.
What solo Beatles single released in 1969 had 2 Beatles playing on it? Joe.
Cold Turkey.
There you go.
Ah.
John and Ringo on drums.
Damn it.
No cursing in the show either.
It's a family show, Tom.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. Darn
So
it.
Joe has 2, Tom has 1. Kit is just watching.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm warming up. I'm warming up.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So now we get up to trivia or game number 4. This is now worth 2 points. We're going to play the game all those years ago, version 1. I'm going to give you 5 titles of Beatle or solo Beatle songs. You have to pick the 2 of the 5 released the same year, the same calendar year. Okay. Nobody told me. Mystical One. Pipes of Peace. Attention. The Girl Is Mine. Tom.
Oh,
Pipes of Peace and Mystical One.
Wrong.
Ah,
Joe.
The Girl Is Mine, and I forgot what the other 82. I told you this is going to be tough.
I
gotta
know.
write
I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to remember.
there was another 82 one. I can't think what the heck it was. Oh, Mystical One.
There you go.
Ah.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're in a fog, all right.
yeah.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah,
I
jeez.
couldn't remember. I'm thinking, how am I going to remember those titles? I don't know if you.
I know,
were
me
thinking
too.
that.
I'm like,
that's a lot of. I was trying. Can I write
that's a
them? I
lot
can
of
write 'em down, can't I?
titles.
Okay,
I'll go
well,
like I'll write them without. Sorry.
just so everyone knows, Nobody Told Me, released in January of 1984, the single and album for Milk and Honey. Mystical One, Gone Troppo, the album came out in November of 82. Pipes of Peace, the album, October of 83. Attention from Stop and Smell the Roses, the album came out in October of 81. And The Girl Is Mine, the album came out in November of 82, the single in October. So both Mystical One and The Girl Is Mine came out in 1982. All right, on to number 5 here, again for 2 points. What 2 songs on the Beatles' Please Please Me album had lead vocals from George Harrison?
Oh wow, I'm tired.
I know.
I know
You're
one.
so used to the
I know
solo
one.
that you got to go over the
Blanking.
Beatles stuff. Joe,
I had Chains, and I couldn't think of the other one, which is Do You Want to Know a Secret?
there you go.
I just could not come up with it.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm so tired. I
Yeah.
don't know any of these.
I would have gotten that a lot faster. I should have known that faster.
You know, the tough part about something like this, even if you're the most knowledgeable person in the world, sometimes when you're on a timer, you just can't get it in time.
I know.
Yeah.
I just
So-
I
Yeah.
blanked. Oh,
I-
damn.
And that's like a big song. Do you want to know a secret?
Sure,
Yeah.
number 2 hit
I-
in the US.
That one
Yep.
for sure.
All right, one more for 2 points. We're going to play the game, do the math.
Oh, great.
I'm going to give you 2 questions. Both of them have a number answer. What you have to do is add the 2 of them together and tell me what the sum is. Okay, you could give me both answers, but the most important thing is the sum of the 2. Okay, the first one, how many original songs did the Beatles record for their Decca edition? Okay, how many original songs did the Beatles record for their Decca edition? And the second one, how many Wing songs had lead guitarist Jimmy McCulloch on lead vocals? Add the 2 together, what do you have? Tom was first.
I'm not excellent on the Decca editions, but I'm going to go adding the 2 together. You get 4.
Wrong. Uh-oh,
I
here
got
comes
it.
Joe.
I don't think it's right, but 17
No, you're way off.
Deco editions. Did they do like 15
How
songs?
many original
Original.
songs?
Oh, I'm
Songs
sorry.
written
I gotta
by.
listen to the questions.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Like another
Well,
chance. Let's see.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna take a stab.
Might as
Fair
well.
enough.
Who?
Adding the 2 together? No.
Yeah. Okay, damn.
4. 4 is the answer.
No.
Nope.
The answer is actually when you add them together, 5.
Okay.
There were 3 original songs for the Decca
Ah,
edition.
Hello, Little Girl. I forgot.
Hello, Little Girl.
Yeah.
Like Dreamers Do. Love of the Loved.
Forgot like Dream Soul
Yeah,
Girl.
yeah.
Damn it.
And how many Wing songs had Jimmy McCulloch on lead vocals?
Two.
Medicine Jar
Jar and
Wino
Wino
Junko.
Yep.
and Wino
Oh,
Junko.
damn it. Yep.
Oh, that was a good
Yeah.
question.
That
Okay.
was a good question.
All right. So now we move on to 3 points. We got a pair of true and false statements here. You have to get both of them correct. And again, I'm not going to tell you until you've given me both answers if you're right. Okay, the first one. Every British Beatles album from Please Please Me through Revolver contained 14 songs. I just had this on my website. So if you
No,
if you
No,
he's got to ask
yeah, you have
both.
to say whether
it-
you have to get both.
Both.
Okay.
Told you I'm tired.
All right. Again, every British Beatles album from Please Please Me through Revolver contained 14 songs, true or false. The second one, there has never been a songwriting collaboration between a Beatle and Elton John. Tom.
First is false. And I say the second is, how long? I got 10 seconds.
It's
Second
going past
is-
10 seconds now.
Second is also false.
Second one is false.
Yes.
That's right.
No, I thought it was. I
Okay.
thought it was true. What is it, Snoop?
No, I knew that. I knew
Snookaroo
the
was
second
written.
one.
Snookaroo was written by
Whatever
Elton John
gets
and
you
Bernie
through the-
Taupin.
What about what if? What is
Whatever gets you
Whatever
through the
Gets
night.
You Through the Night was written solely by John Lennon.
Yeah.
Oh, I
was
thought
it?
Elton was
No,
right. Okay.
He sings
Oh,
on it
interesting.
and plays piano, but he didn't write or co-write that with John.
Oh.
As far as every British Beatles album from Please Please Me through Revolver containing 14 songs, that's false because A Hard Day's Night had 13.
Yeah. Well, what's the Elton John song?
I said there are none. There
It's
are.
false.
Oh, it's false.
Yeah, it's false.
Mhm.
Told you. Look, you could say whatever you want, but I'm not smart, as you can,
And I
as
got
you can
lucky
tell.
there.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said it was false, didn't you? The
Yeah.
Elton John one? So it's really true. There's never been a songwriting collaboration.
Yeah,
sorry, I
that's what I'm
misheard.
saying. It's false. It's not true. That's what I'm saying. There's never been a collaboration.
So then that's true.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'm saying false because it's not because
Too late.
there's been one. If you want to give it, if you want to take take it away, then that's fine.
I don't know.
Take
I
it
did
away.
say I did give
I
you
like
the
the song.
points. What do you guys think? Should I give Tom the points?
Yeah, give.
Well, to
All
be
right.
nice, I'll let him have a little handicap.
Okay. We'll give it to you.
I knew that there was no co-write with Elton John with any of the solo Beatles.
Right.
And wasn't there
Okay.
like one that I said something? He said, "No, it's too late now" or something. Oh, but all right, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Since you got the 7th one, Tom, that means we enter
Okay.
the 8th trivia question or game. So that means you have a choice. You can risk losing 4 points. You have to pick the game that you want here, or you can just be treated like everybody else and everyone can equally try to get 4 points.
Just treat me like the bass player in the band. That's all.
Okay, then. So forget about those 3 games. Just in case you're curious, I'm not going to tell you how I would describe the games. There's a game called
Okay.
Famous Groupies, a game called The Word, and Backwards Traveler.
Mm,
So you could have played one of those, but you missed out on it.
yeah. Well, I didn't
Okay.
want to lose out on 4 points either.
All right.
To be in the minus.
Okay.
Mm.
So now, all 3 of you, for 4 points, what was the last #1 single the Beatles had in the UK? Tom,
Let it be.
wrong.
Oh.
Kit,
Long and Winding Road
that wasn't even a single in the UK.
No.
in the it wasn't in the UK.
Nope,
Oh,
was a single here, #1 here.
yeah.
And
I don't
Joe,
want. I don't want to do a stupid guess, but I'll do a stupid guess. Ballad of John and Yoko.
you're right.
Oh,
Don't ask me why. For a minute, I was thinking that was It was #1 in some other country. Not the UK. I wasn't sure, but I let the. I would have said Long and Winding Road probably.
Okay, well, I know a lot of people will be shocked, but even if you get the Beatles 1 collection, it does tell you how well all the singles did in the
Mm.
US and the UK. The Long and Winding Road was not released as a single in the UK. The last single was Let It Be.
Forgot
And that
that.
didn't go to #1, and Come Together and Something didn't go to #1 in the UK, but it did here
Mm.
in the US. Okay. I know that would shock a lot of people, which is why it's a
Yeah.
really good question.
That's a good question.
Well, it shocked me when I saw the Ballad of John and Yoko on the 1 collection. I was like, that made #1?
It
Yeah.
didn't make #1 here.
No,
It
Yeah.
made #8 here.
interesting.
All right. So our score so far is Joe has 10, Tom has
Tired.
4,
Sleepy Joe.
and Kit is
Big fat 0.
Come
But
on,
you're trying.
man.
You get an A for
I'm
effort.
trying.
Okay. So the last one is worth 5 points. So really and truly, since nobody can lose points,
Mhm.
Joe's going to end up being the winner, but we should play it anyway.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
This is called Standing Still. And really, that's the closest I could come to a last man standing Beatles game. What I'm going to do is ask you to name songs that have something in common. You're going to do it one at a time, and we're going to do it until there's only one person left. And that person will get all 5 points.
Hmm.
Okay. And again, when I say songs, which I will here, it also means Wings, The Firemen, and Traveling Wilburys. Okay. And I got a checklist here. I want to see how well you guys do with this. And also, we're going to go by song titles here. There's one particular song title where there's 2 different recordings by different Beatles, but it's the same song, but it can only count once. So it's only by title. Okay. What I want you to do is name a Beatles song. Well, let's see, we'll do it in the order of Joe, because Joe likes to go first. Joe,
Oh,
Tom,
I don't
and
know.
Kit.
In this case, I don't. You dirty dog.
Name a Beatles song or a solo Beatles song whose titles all ask a question.
Name
Joe?
one. One of
One
that's
that
what I'm,
Beatles or
of
solo that they released. The
okay.
title asks a question. So we're going to go in
Do you
order
wanna know a
here.
secret?
Joe,
Do
do
you
you want to
do you
know a
wanna know a
secret?
secret?
That's good. Tom? Think of words that where, a sentence starts with that word.
I know.
There's gonna be a timer.
That's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Okay,
no.
so
You
did
got about
you
10
can't
seconds.
I can't cut you out this early. So other than, do you want to know a secret?
It's
You want to
hard
give up?
instantly.
I know,
I got 3
but
already.
our brains do work that way in our show.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm just drawing a blank.
That's what happens.
No, I'm
I
drawing a
want to
blank.
be nice here and give you some extra time.
I understand. I appreciate that.
Actually got one.
All right.
Oh,
you-
there's more stored up here.
Yeah.
You gotta have a buzzer. You gotta have a buzzer because
Okay,
if you
I
wait long
guess.
enough, you can get them.
yeah. I mean, if I wait, yeah. I mean, if I wait 10 hours, I'll get a couple.
No,
You have to
it's
have
hard
it,
to
you
come
have
up
to
with one
have-
immediately.
Well, that's how my mind works.
Mhm.
My radio show has thematic sets, so I have to think about these things.
Yeah,
So,
you're at advantage. Mhm.
You want to give up, Tom?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. This is really ticking me off, but I'm drawing a blank.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Kit.
How?
Very good. All right, Joe, you're next.
Why don't we do it in the road?
Very good.
Okay, hang
And
on.
now,
Oh, so we're still doing the question.
Yeah,
So somebody.
Okay,
can't
okay,
be
so
saying-
until there's only one person left.
Okay, so it's still there. All right. All right, hang on. Let me think.
Now I got it. I've got one now. Damn it.
See,
Uh,
then that would be really bending the rules here.
Yeah,
Should we
no,
bend
don't
the
worry.
rules considering it's the first show?
No, no.
Yeah,
don't worry.
let bend the rules.
not when I'm winning.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna win anyways.
That's true.
You were going.
What does it
anyway.
matter? What does it matter, Joe? You've won.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, really. You've
Everybody.
won.
How about we all win?
Yeah.
Everybody gets one trophy.
There you go. Okay.
No, no,
I'm still,
no,
I'm still thinking.
no.
Now I'm stumped here. Okay, I'll think of one. My
Should I let
God.
Tom do it?
Yeah, let Tom do it.
Okay. Tom.
How do you sleep?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't
There
even
you
think
go.
of that one.
God, now I'm blanking out.
Okay. Can I help you guys out a little?
Sure.
I have two. I'm just waiting for my turn to come around again.
All right. Like I
Mhm.
said, think of the first word. What word starts a question? Like how? Like why?
Oh, come on.
Like what?
Yep.
You know? So, Kit,
What's that you're doing?
very good. There you
Hey,
go.
That's a good one. I like that.
Joe,
How about what is life?
excellent. Excellent. Okay. Tom,
Tell me what you see.
that's not a question.
That's not a question.
Tell me what you see.
That's like a
Not a-
command.
Okay.
Oh, now you got me thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yep. I get it now.
All
then
right.
then the one I had, what also starts with tell, I'll cross off. Oh, wow.
Ah.
What, tell me why?
That's what I had as a possibility.
That's not a question. Okay.
But so many
This
albums.
is
You know what's funny?
harder
There's-
than
You know what's funny? There were so many albums, solo albums, and I'm like, you were thinking of like a couple albums. Like,
yeah, this is harder than you think.
Okay.
oh wow.
How many are there by chance?
26.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay. Let's see.
26.
Yep.
Oh wow, this is incredible.
Really?
What do you do when you come out with one? You blurt it out, or you go in order, or we're still going in order?
I think we're still going in
Okay.
order. Okay. I don't know if this counts, but we'll see. How do you do it?
Yep. It counts.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
released.
Oh,
There you go.
Mhm,
Another How
Hmm.
song.
mhm.
Okay.
Wow.
Joe?
Get the buzzer. Oh boy. Oh boy. Looking at my albums.
No, no cheating.
Ah. Oh, boy.
Going on a little too long here, but
Yeah, just
It's
ask me if you have
hard
to.
to, on
Ask me if
command.
you
I
have to.
know.
It really, it's probably gonna be so obvious when you think, but I'm drawing a blank. The pressure too. That's what it is.
I've got
Mm.
another one. Okay.
But
All right.
that's game shows. That's game shows for you. Yeah, I'm too busy. I'm talking about things. I'm not even thinking.
So, you bowing out?
This round I'll bound that, but not all rounds. But does that mean I'm done
Well, this is
for the
the
whole
last
shit
round.
thing?
This is the
You're
last round.
done for this part for
Mm.
standing still.
And they other
Means you
two can
can't
go
win.
on.
Well,
Oh,
Tom, did you have
boy.
another one?
No.
Okay. So that means Kit wins.
Wow.
Oh, can I share
Okay.
my next
You
one?
found,
Because I've got
fa-
another one.
you
Okay.
found your game.
Go ahead.
What goes on?
There you go.
Hey, I'm just getting warmed
Very
up.
good.
Let's
Yeah.
go. I'm just getting the hang of this.
No, we get through the whole show. You found
wa-
your game, though. That's for sure.
I found my game.
You want the list? You want the whole list here?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
out of curiosity.
Ain't she sweet?
Uh,
Ain't that a
could be
shame?
declaration.
John did it, Paul did it, but it only counts as one title. Ain't that a shame? Can she do it like she dances?
Oh,
Do you want to know a secret? Have I told you lately that I love you? Have you seen my baby? How? How do you do it? How do you sleep? Is this love? From the fireman. Isn't it a pity? Here we go. Foreign language one. Où le soleil? Where is the sun? Okay. Are you ready? From Ringo. Just the letters R, then you ready. So how come no one loves me? Beatles BBC recording there. What goes on? What is life? What's that you're doing? What's the new Mary Jane? Here you go. My favorite Ringo song. Where did our love go?
yeah.
Oh no.
Wow. Is it-
I'm just kidding when I say that. You know that.
Somebody said they liked it a lot in some review recently that I wasn't watching, by the way.
I would have accepted this. It's the Beatles live at the Star Club. Where have you been all my life? I would have counted that. Traveling Wilburys, where were you last night? Who needs a heart? Why?
Hmm.
The Beatles
Tony
with Tony
Sheridan?
Sheridan.
Oh, right.
I
Why
thought
don't
of that
we-
too, but I didn't think it counted.
Yeah, it counts. It's commercial release, and it is the Beatles on there.
I'll tell you why I
Um,
don't feel so bad.
So then why don't we do it in the road? Why so blue?
Ah,
And finally, why not?
Oh yeah,
ah.
of course.
You know what's
There you go.
interesting now? The song "Why," obviously, when you're thinking of whys, right?
Hmm.
Why songs, and "Why," of course, came into my mind, obviously, and I thought
Right.
that's not the Beatles, Tony Sheridan. That's what I thought. And what? And do you want to know a secret? Was the first thing I thought. I thought, well, I'll save that
good.
later because I mentioned that earlier, and then
Right.
I forgot about it afterwards. I forgot it again. I could have used it on the side. So
All right,
Oh,
Joe.
funny.
You finished with 10 points. Kit finished with 5, and Tom finished with 4.
Wah,
Oh.
wah.
I was just gonna do that. I swear. Womp, womp. Womp,
There you
womp.
go. That means
I
Joe,
redeemed myself.
That
you
was
came
fun.
on strong at the end.
I
Yeah, that
came.
was-
I came back. I came back. I
Yeah.
didn't embarrass myself.
That certainly was a
Completely.
lot of fun.
Well,
That
you know
was
what they
fun.
say. Never
Yep.
ever underestimate the queen.
There you
No.
go.
Damn straight.
There you go.
So we'll do this again, hopefully in the near future, and Joe will return as the winner with 2 other people.
Make
Once
sure
I'm
I
not going to
can
be up against Mark
round them
Lewison,
up.
am I?
Make sure you don't get any sleep the next time as well. I mean, that's apparently your lucky charm.
Well, I would have done a lot better. I'll tell you that if I had gotten some sleep. Oh
So
man.
I was impressed. You like the
Yep.
idea of this game?
Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah, it's fun
fun.
Okay.
because I won. No, it's
Yeah.
fun. It was fun.
Sometimes, kind of like what I do in my radio show and also on the website, I try to mix easy and difficult together. But sometimes a question like the last #1 single for the Beatles in the UK,
Mhm.
a lot, even very knowledgeable Beatle fans don't even know that. So
Well, the,
Mhm.
I love
beautiful
sticking
thing
in.
about that is, Tom and Kit each had said, let it be a long and winding road. They were wrong. So then once they said that, I'm like, okay, well that clears the
Then go
road for
backwards.
me
Yeah.
for
Right.
the Ballad of John and Yoko.
Now I'm thinking about it. I think it's Get Back.
No, it's the Ballad of
No?
John and Yoko. Look it up.
Yes.
Get your
Oh.
Beatles one out.
Oh, so he was right. Okay. Joe was right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, and I would just remember that it was on the one album as a one, and I remember thinking that how did that make I didn't ever knew that was #1, and then I thought it was another country or something, not England, but I guess the
Mhm.
UK and the US were the only. Did any other countries on that album one
No,
that
it's
they?
just the US and UK.
And I still think, even though Please Please Me should have been on there, even though they say, well, that it turns out that wasn't an official chart or something that they
Right.
came up with.
No, there was supposed to be, I think, 4 charts going on at the same time, and on one of them, it didn't make #1. So it wasn't, unanimous across the board #1. But still, I really think Please Please Me should have been on there. But the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
is, when you
Yeah.
when you look at the stats for one, you've got songs on there that were number one here that
Mhm.
weren't number one in the UK, like Love Me Do, hit number one
Right.
here.
Right.
Day Tripper counts as a number one hit in the UK, but as a double-sided hit, and this was at a time when they charted separately. We Can Work It Out and Day Tripper. We Can Work It Out hit number one, and Day Tripper went to number 5. Okay, but in England it was considered a double-sided together, and so both of them were number one. So there are differences, obviously, between both countries, but that gives you an excuse for packing 27 songs onto
Yeah.
one disc like that.
Sure.
Anyway,
Ken, do me a favor.
yeah.
Let me know. When you're going to do the next show, so
Uh-huh.
that I can stay awake. I'm not going to get any sleep between now and then.
I thought you were gonna say, give me the answer. Yeah, let me know the questions before.
No. Don't need it, my friend. Don't need it.
But yeah, but if you're gonna do more games with, think of songs with that are questions or certain words and
Huh.
all. I'm your girl. Let's
Now
do
you
it.
know the
Okay,
answer,
now
the
you want
answers.
that, huh?
I
And
want
I have
that.
to say, even though we all know solo albums and things, a lot of those questions were not most common albums and things. You had to really
Mhm.
think of them.
Right.
Stuff like
Right.
Why Not
Yeah.
and Where Were You Last Night? Like you don't right.
Right.
You're not thinking Ram. Imagine. Well, there's How Do You Sleep on Imagine, but I was thinking, certain albums. Some of them were deeper. Ringo, some
Yeah.
Ringo ones. Can
Hmm.
can she do it like she
Thanks.
dances?
Right.
Now, Ken, is
Yeah.
there someplace that tells you that that's how many there are that you looked up, or you just thought of it yourself? How many
No,
there
I
are?
looked it up online.
Yeah.
Mm.
You could actually go to Wikipedia and it'll say list of Beatles songs, all alphabetical. List of John Lennon songs, Paul McCartney
Yeah.
songs, George Harrison
Right.
songs, Ringo songs. But then you also have to add in Traveling Wilburys, which I think is kept separate than George Harrison. But they add the Firemen to Paul, to the list of Paul songs, and
Mm.
Wings too. So
Mm.
yeah, and because what you should do with something like song titles that have a question, think of the how songs, think of the why songs, think of the what songs, think of
Yeah.
the ain't songs, and should come easier.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
So to everyone watching, if you like this kind of thing, you can always go to my website every single week and you can win great prizes, books, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays. There's always a trivia question or a game like the ones that we played here on the website at kenmichaelsradio.com. Go to the Beatles trivia and games link, which I will include here in the description box. And, for all of our shows, there are links in case you're not familiar with our podcast, including the new one with Kit, Toppermost of the Poppermost. So, yeah, and please subscribe to all of our shows. And thank you guys for doing this.
Fun.
Show number
was fun.
one.
Yeah. All right.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you. Good game. Good game.
All right. Thank you guys for doing this. And thanks to all of you for watching. And we'll see you soon.
Take care.
Bye.